Alright, let's see. Mic looks on. I think I burnt my tongue a little bit earlier. And my tongue's a little... This will be fun. My tongue has a little, one of my taste buds. Ow. That should kind of... It's kind of rubby. How we doing? Besides that, how we doing? Welcome, everyone. Alrighty. Looks like everything's shape with techie stuff. Let's see here. Okay, awesome, cool. That looks good. Okay, cool. Okay, boop 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 boop. Hello. Welcome back, mods. Welcome back, Star and Cookie. Hi guys. It's been a bit, huh? Welcome back. And hello Joker and everyone else who's coming in. Welcome guys. Let's see. I've been doing pretty good. I've been really busy and also not busy at the same time. Like some projects like I'm going full steam on, and then other ones are like, I guess I'll just wait for something to happen. You know, the group project, you know, it's kind of stalling now. We're near the end of animation production. We're just kind of doing some cleanup stuff for that, so that's going pretty good. Hope to get that coming to your screens hopefully soon. You never know. How soon it'll be. But yeah, that's going on. I've been working on the movie, like putting a lot of my effort on that, and it's like, okay, my personal stuff is like, okay, I can, while I'm waiting on team stuff, you know, for other people to do their jobs, I'm kind of like, okay, let me work on my personal stuff and just work on that as much as I can. Let's see there. Hi Elijah, welcome back. Hello, good to see you. No, I feel, I know it's kind of weird. It's like, it's almost like school, you know, like a junior high and high school. You had that they always have like different classes. Like we had like 3 a year or like a quarter or something. 3 individual classes. So it was like, oh, math, social studies, and science or whatever. It's like, yeah, you don't every day have homework for science. So it's like, okay, I'll put maybe more time into math, or just kind of use that time to then goof off or something. You know. So let's see though. So still stuff to do on everything, but just kind of, I guess, to, you know, it's just slowing down, I guess I could say. Let's see here. Not as much as this will be something. So let's remind ourselves, this is Source Filmmaker. Source Filmmaker SFM is a Steam game that just you can keyframe. So I kind of made this little cute little layout. That's what we got so far. I animated the camera. Look at that. I just want to pat myself on the back for figuring that out. And a relatively short amount of time to get the camera to move back. Is it a nice ease in and ease out? Hopefully that's playing back for you guys in real time-ish for you. There you go. So, working on that. Is there a home? Back to the beginning. So, I am a semi-noob. I feel like I'm like level 1 or level 2, you know, of just how much I've worked with this program. I worked on like one project like 9 years ago, and that was about it. So, if you guys can, if you know any keyboard shortcuts, or like can like, you know, there's like the help keyboard shortcuts. If someone can like rememorize and like figure all these out or something, I think I changed a couple of these, but not enough that'll be, you know, I think I did something with one of these. I think I changed only this one because this is like a flash. It's a flash thing to do control enter to do playback. So I think that's the only thing I've really changed. If anyone like wants to help me with that as we go along, that'd be great. Let's see. Let's go back to the storyboard just so we can also remember what we're trying to also make. Let's see. Let me actually make this a little bit smaller. Resize this so I can actually see. what I'm doing. Cause I see your chat roof, and I was like, I can't see it. And make this a little bit smaller. Resize it. There you go. Okay, there we go. I roofed the name. Roof the name. Roof. Hi. Let's put it over here. Boop. So we could have one Derpy, and shot one get booped by mysterious arm, and then we go. Here's another Derpy on the other side. Then she gets booped too. Then we have both of them. And then they boop each other, and then it zooms out. So that's the basics of what we got so far. Yeah. Want it to be pretty simple so I can actually get this done until a relatively short amount of time. But if we get this done quick, maybe we can add some more stuff into it. Maybe have like a fun extra stream. I don't know, I'm just spitballing this of we have like, oh, let's add like a whole nother thing in the background or something crazy, whatever you guys want to see. Animate one boop and then flip it. That would make sense. How do I do that? I think in one of the Steam tutorials they were like, yeah, you can copy like one specific like animation, then copy it onto another model, so another character. I think you can probably just cover the entire thing, and then I don't know if that's what that'll mean. I don't really know how the keyframes work. It's still a little bit of a mystery. Like even when I did the camera move in this shot, just trying to get camera. Let's kind of put this up. Yep. And is there buttons for these? E. Sorta. What is it? Alt plus middle wheel. Ew. Okay. Yeah, just trying to get this to figure out was like an ordeal. So it is just like, it's just this. Is that the only thing that's actually animating? I can't explain this because this will be kind of what we're going to be doing eventually. I think I'll just probably just animate just the actual keyframes right now. So I'll just animate, yeah, just animate the first shot and then not worry about the second shot or something. When we get to it, yeah. But just to quickly go over this, because this is probably the simplest the animation to get that understood, is that left to right is time, and then up and down is values. So you can see these small little numbers. It goes from 0 to apparently 70 up here. So these are like in units. Oh, I see. So it's from the so the spot, the red spot here is probably like the global 0 axis. I don't know, but that sounds about right because this is 0. If I show the other ones, the rotation, is there a keyframe on that? Not really. Between 90 and that, X position is around 50, and it is about 50 there. So if I move this closer to this spot, and if it doesn't move towards 0, I'll get that to understand. Yeah, so it moved closer. Let's see where it is. Yeah, it went to -12, which is a little bit further than halfway. So yeah, okay. A lot of math is probably gonna be spouted out through all of this, just because it's like there's gonna be a bunch of numbers. Alt G, right? Alt E. What was the hand? Alt is middle wheel. Oh, okay. That's confusing. A lot of math, which isn't too much. You know, it's not too crazy to think about with 3D because it is. I mean, that's just how 3D was kind of invented. Was just using all these plot points to like. It was a lot of math to like figure out and go, okay, here's how different. Oh, look at that. Kind of goes up a little bit. Wonder if there's a way to kind of select it and say, hey, let's maybe move that down. It's a little easier than Blender to kind of finagle these points here. Let's probably just move this down below. That might help. Oh, middle. Yeah. a little bit tricky. Okay. So that should make it so it kind of just goes down more subtly. Okay. It's gonna go so it eases out. Cool. Yeah, I believe if you watch like the behind the scenes of Toy Story, there's some with the animation they have like something like this where it's almost like a lot of like this where you have different controls and they're all like plotted on a grid, kind of like this to figure out between time and space. I guess you can think about it like that. Set times left and right and values up and down. So anyway, let's get going on first shot. Make sure we get that going. So a lot of these source Filmmaker SFM specific stuff I might need help with just to figure out. Okay, so you can sort of double click on it. That's a little weird. Oh, crazy. I double clicked on this. Now I don't know where did my shots go. So that's not it. Go back up. Ooh, that's cool. So you double click, then you get the different elements. Oh, I put a muffin in. I figured out how to find the muffin and I got it in. So if we ever want the muffin, where would that be? We can put that part into like the story or something, like have this Derpy on the left, like hold it or something maybe, and then maybe like the right one's like trying to boop it out of her or try to get it, but then she boops her nose or something. I don't know. Otherwise, yeah. Let's get going on here. Beep. Oh, little. Okay. So, what also should be noted is that the left of you is the camera. So this is what it's going to final render out as. And then the right is obviously, I can edit and go around it, and the white box is the camera itself. So that's like the field of view from all of that. So, as we have two Derpies, but the camera's only looking at one for here. So it's kind of get into it. It's kind of like that. So, obviously this is all 3D, but I'm trying to make it a little bit 2D for myself, just make sure I don't explode from just how complexity this will be. I think I'll just start animating and start posing maybe like her first pose, which I don't think I have too much in the way of complex expression. Well, I guess first off, do we want the muffin to be part of it? It is separate, but I think there's a way to just like have it so if I move certain things now, if I move both of them, no. Try to parent one to another. I just got more confused trying to figure that out, so maybe I don't. Until I just figure this out. Here's all the bones and controls. So every single bone there has 9 different channels. So, yeah. What's also was weird is that I figured out that if I put it, I already bladed the different shots. So if I go to shot 2, it disappears because it doesn't actually exist in this shot, which is something completely weird to me. Used to other flash into movement stuff that's like, oh, you should, the camera itself is independent rather than the camera dictating actual what exists in the space. So it's weird. I don't know. That's a little bit weird. Let's see. Keep it in the middle. Like you're having a boop off to see who claims it. I kind of like that. Like a little extra thing. Can I copy and paste? No. But maybe I can right click. Copy animation sets. I guess that's, I'm not sure how to describe that, but boop. There you go. It's not a muffins there. If I go to here and say muffin, body, positions, let's move this back, and then I can kind of just move it to be in the middle of them, like that. And I think these, okay. Put Z there. Nope. Okay. Position Z. Does that do anything? So now do I see what the value is now? Not really. Again, I'm trying to figure this out, so hang on. Whoa. Yeah. And I was playing with Blender a lot earlier today, so my mind's still like, that's not the way you're supposed to do it. Yep. Okay. And what is this value? There you go. Okay. That's what I wanted, was just be able to do that. Was be able to just input a value. I want it to be at 0. Or maybe negative 1.5 should be good. Just for the z-axis at axis. And then kind of move it. Nope. There you go. And then say cool. Now people would probably be thinking like, why aren't you using the motion graph editor? And it's because I forgot and I like using the the graph editor a little bit better, as I can see the values more clearly. So I don't know. Okay, so that solves that. Let's go back up here, and I guess we don't need the muffin exactly in here, so I'm just gonna delete it, or not. So I can just hide it. I don't know if it's hide. With toon movement, it's a little bit weird with whether or not something's visible or not. I've had renders where I've thought I've hidden something in Toon Boom, and it would render it out anyway. And so it's like there's even like a node in Toon Boom to say, hey, a visibility node to say, hey, render it either in work view mode or in output render view video mode. You can like toggle it on and off for each version, so it's like, okay, so you gotta respect that, right, Toon Boom? And it's like, maybe. It's weird. We're not allowed to do it correctly. Let's see. So I like to have it be the opposite way to make sure. I don't need Derpy right. So all we're going to be focusing on is Derpy left. So let's make a good pose with this, with Derpy left. And see just how crazy this gets already. Okay, so Derpy left, head control. They're just a here front. Where's her neck? Like if I just want to move her neck. This animation in 3D is more based on just rotations, so more than translations, I should say. That's alright. Obviously the eyes now move. So I'm gonna have to move down a little bit. Maybe just kind of looking at the muffin. Mouth. Lower face. Jaw open. Mouth grin. Yee. I'm just kind of just playing with these. I don't really know what these do, but at least I can kind of just get this to be a little bit more neutral, I guess. Eyebrows. Where would those be? Eyebrows. See what these do. Maybe like a happy. Is there like a small brows? Kind of just playing around to see like, what about I want? And so just kind of playing around with some of these. Okay. Let's see, so we can kind of just keep moving down. Keep pressing my blender buttons as well, so that's not helping. Okay, that's, whoop, that does that. Cool, okay. I don't think anything else really needs to move too much. At least I can kind of move this down a little bit. That's the arm. Okay. Where's Blink? I want to be able to do that as well. I will do that later. Okay. So at least for right now, she's like that. And I believe if I go to the next shot, she should reset. Awesome. Okay, cool. So that's what I was afraid of. Okay. Let's go back to her storyboard. So we got her here. And then hoof around a second in. I think I might want to push this back a little bit, actually. So I'm going to add more time. Because I'm also wanting to make sure that you get at least some establishing shot. Or like so you can like see what's going on, and then you get hit with the twist. So probably SFM. So around 30 or so. And that's going to be where the right derpy is going to show up. And so we can look at the arms. Let's make it the left one, because that'll be the closer one. And we'll see how close we can get it. Alrighty, that's pretty good. I believe, let's see. Okay, so it's gonna tween into it, which means it's gonna like say everything. See what this does. It says the computer is interpolating because I made two poses. It's like, hey, you want to use that as your first your in and out points. So you're in and then you're out. So actually this kind of works a little bit, so I'm not too upset. But I might need to make make it kind of hold for a little bit longer, because I could probably just move this one back because there's nothing before it, and then it can tween into it like that. So let's kind of move that back. And then zoop. Do. And then we'll see around 35. So I'm looking at this number down here. So around 35, we'll then start from here. Rotate. Have that be lower. So obviously it's a little bit elongated, but it's fine for now. Because then I can get this to be the next piece here. And I can also elongate this a little bit. And then get the next piece. And then kind of move that up. And then a last piece. See what this does. That does the rotatey there. Feel like probably need to go back into here and just kind of move this back to be more centered with her. So I'm just gonna rotate that. And then it's a little tricky because I don't have the good metrics of where everything is. Redo actually. Beep. That's simpler. I'm gonna handle so many things here. Let's turn off Derpy right, Derpy left. Because I was actually getting Oh, you can still see her bones. That's what I didn't want to see, was see the other Derpy's bones. Where'd she go? Okay. Up. Beep. Okay. So what do we got? Look here. Beep. So we got that. And without even realizing, I already kind of animated it. So. Boop. Boop, boop, boop. And then. Kind of move it back down. So, boop. Boop. Oops. Oops. Let's get this bone. And. Let's see what I want. It's weird to just say like I want to in and out or something, so it doesn't just keep going. Like I wanted to just only play. Can't even see all those over there. Snap frame, snap. Automatically frame curves. Toggle offset mode. Normalize curves display. Ooh, fancy. Whoa! I'm not sure what that means. And weighted tangents, weighted tangents. It's kind of now just figuring out what all these do. Yeah, okay. Boop. That's pretty quick. Okay. Let's see. So I want to select all these. And then, actually I could probably play with the graph editor now. Or the not graph editor, whatever this is now. And just kind of maybe pull some of these. Forward a little bit. Have some of this be a little bit sooner. Do. Yeah. Okay. Time in that. Okay, and then we'll animate left Derpy. Now that I have a rough estimate of all this now, I can now figure this out. So wanted to kind of maybe, yeah, have her like look at it for a bit and then get booped. That was what I wanted to do. So obviously with the timing now, it kind of just goes into it. You see how there's no time between. I want it to like hang here for a little bit and then go into that. So yeah. Let's see. Hi Ben. The booby charting faster and faster until the other blinks. Ooh. That's not what I had in mind, but maybe that might be good. Yeah, because we got this so far. Would that make it better? What do you guys think? Let's see. I think this one's kind of looking at her a bit too much. What if I can kind of move her eyes down a little bit? Face, girl, eyes. Not actually sure what this is exactly accomplishing. So I wanted to just be much more down. Eye convergence. That's fun. View target. So I'm trying to look at that. Maybe I'll just move her neck head. Okay, just move it down. But then also probably needs to be moved forward a little bit as well. Yep. Whoop. And then we have to make sure that that's still... That's got to be a little tricky to now. Align all these now. It was barely there. Eyes up and down. I want that, but like much more lower. So around there. It's tricky. I feel like I already broke her neck, so let's kind of see if I can unbreak it, or at least just kind of hide that some artifacts back there are kind of broken. I don't want to see the other eye. Let's see. Okay, so let's have her maybe kind of look up a little bit. And then kind of focus on that. Where's the blink? Close eyes. That works. Okay. It's right around here. I want the eyes to be closed, but also back here. I want them to be open. So we'll have a boop, 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 boop. That's a little... These are the same values, but I don't know why there's a little hill right here. That's weird. Does that work? Hey, cool. And then a couple frames later, and we open it. And then a couple frames later, kind of close it ever so slightly. So it's more about boop, do, 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 and then open it again. Boop. Does that work? We need to be more it needs to be moved forward a little bit more. Or sometimes it doesn't always work if you try to add too much into it, you know. You add too much squash and stretch, it actually kind of deters a little bit. I find that a lot where it's like, I may have gone too far, you know. That's like, ooh, maybe I should just like not have that. Sometimes it's a little bit better to just kind of just go with it and just say like, oh well. Can't be super squash and stretchy. Like you can see on the left, I'm pointing with my hand. That's all right. You can like look over here. You can see it kind of go up and down with the values. That's cool. And then we click the eyes up and down of that. Maybe cover the head. Actually, might work better. Let's kind of zoom in. So we'll just kind of have a little head move down. I need to pad that out a little bit so it doesn't seem so robotic. So I need to just kind of go back up ever so slightly. Maybe? I don't know what I actually did. Might be playing with the wrong values. Maybe I'll just kind of get rid of it. If something doesn't work and it's like, that doesn't work, I'll kind of just play with it until you make it work. So this is, what is this? Do. So head, rotate. Probably it's not that one. I want to play with the blue one. That's Z here. So around here. Let's have it go down. Well, that's kind of going up, so that's going to go down a bit. So right around when it's closed the most. Gonna add another keyframe, and I don't know what that did. I wasn't looking. Gonna select this one, and just gonna pull that down all the way down. Dude, why does it go back up? It's the next question. Do. That's this one. If I delete that. Do. Boop. So we go back up. Higher. And we probably should. And then we just kind of carefully bring it back down. So what we'll get is now something like that. And then we'll probably play with the eyes and expression a little bit. I don't know how easy it is. This is crazy of just how quick it is to kind of get something animated. It's really crazy. Boop. No, the hoofs in the wrong place. We'll have to also play with that. I think I play with the one of these. Lift up. Lift down. Left grin. E. Left frown. So I think I have a value for that. And I guess this should also kind of say, like, this is all really made possible of just how quick it is, just by the power of how much, complex rigging this was made from. This is probably like, who knows how long, how many years of perfecting all of these to be able to make, to be able to have all these sliders, to be able to do all this. That's what makes everything fast. It's like, oh, I want it to be frown, then you have a slider that changes it. So that's not easy. That doesn't, just like pop out of existence of like, well, I wanted to frown, which means I'll just do this. It's like, no. And the 3D model and in the rigging process, that who knows how long just be able to do one of these really took, how long it took to make each of these shape expressions, shapes and stuff, so it's only fast for me as an animator to go like, I have all these million controls to be able to play with, and it should be stated that these were handcrafted specifically to be able to do stuff like this, with all these flexibility and controls. So it's more so that I'm just kind of playing around with all these different sliders and just changing the values of these different sliders and rotation and stuff. That's more is the behind the scenes is just how much, you know, I'm able to do stuff because the back end stuff was just so much was worked on for so long. So let's see here. Hopefully that made sense with all that. And it's like, yeah. Beep, 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 beep. So now I want it to be a little bit lower. I'd probably also go back one frame just to get it back. So that'll be. Also just having like trouble just like selecting things, I guess. So what does this do? Scale. Zoom. Oh, cool. Why didn't I never saw these. Hello. Hi. Bisuk. Hello. It's me, Ramadash. Oh, awesome. Good to see you. Boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, I started about 40 minutes ago. Boop. Move that over a little bit and maybe make it a little bit less. So just kind of whoop. Something like that. Eyeballs, let's do that. Usually I like doing eyeballs a little bit later, because they really open a lot up to like how she's feeling. And you're going to be looking at that probably the most out of everything. So let's see. Wish I could like make this a little bit larger or something so I can actually want to have more control out of this, you know, to go, yep. And then I like to go frame by frame on this. Let's see. Which way's up? So this one is down. And then another keyframe. And then let's go back up. And then a little bit down. Cool. Let's see. Actually, you actually got Ramadash? Not kidding. What's WE? I don't know. Just change my logo. Okay. Somebody here. Let's see, what am I trying to do? I am trying to just, is there a nose wrinkle? I wanted to do that. Where was that? That's, it should be mid-face nose wrinkle. And that does that. Yeah. So we can time it out so that when she gets booped here, the nose kind of maybe goes up a little bit. So we'll go back a frame and add that in and put it back down. I'm getting some emails. Okay, cool. Make sure that those emails aren't pertinent. Burp, 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 burp. Move it up a little bit and then bring it back down. Maybe an eyebrow. Which one's probably the maybe surprise? Yeah, just, you know, just gotta think about it and go, what? Surprise wide. Wanted to like kind of go up a little bit, like curve. It's just kind of just figured out like which of these is gonna be the best. Yeah, just kind of get something like an up is what I want. So that'll work. Do 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 do. It's maybe like I want them to go down now. Right. Oh yeah, this does. This goes up. Maybe sad. Sad can maybe go down. That kind of works. M. And set that back down. So now go. Do. So you kind of get a do. And then surprise. So we'll go back up and then use surprise. And then we just jack that up a little bit. And then we settle it down. Settle it down. I see one of these is... That's gonna be one of the trickier things I'm gonna have to learn, is that always have to remember to make sure that these go back to normal here. Or maybe I can like select it, go back to here and paste it here, and then say please be normal. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. Let's see. Very nice. Thank you, Frenchie. Thank you. I believe you're the one who came up with the idea, I think. So thank you for that. Let's see. That appears to be the stuff, so I'm trying to figure out what layers make a picture look horrible. Issues auto variants and layers are visible at the same time. Maybe Star, you can let me know like after the stream if you still need trouble with that. Anything I can do to maybe help you with that. That's weird. It's not, yeah. It's not fair if your stuff doesn't work. Ooh, look at that. Just kind of side-eyeing it. So I want to make sure that these are lined up, so I'm probably got to move these over a little bit and see which of these. Let's get a work here. A forearm. So this is when it shows up, so let's kind of maybe have it be shoulder. Shoulder, kind of move that down. Let's see. Yeah. A little wave to you. Do. Boop. So right here, we need to move it. Move that back a little bit. I would just need it to be, you know, at least semi-close here. Left ball. Oop. Okay. So then it's just gonna be following all of that. Do. A little bit higher. Shoulder higher. Okay, so Star downloaded the PSD. It's using GIMP, and now is having trouble of why isn't it not working. Well, like, you know, maybe hopefully one reason why. Why that might not be working for you. Like animation, thank you. Try my best. Awesome, I'm a noob at all this sorts Filmmaker SFM stuff, so sorry, this is kind of hard to kind of watch all this. Do boop. Do. Boop. Ah, that's cute. Boop. Do. Kind of want it to be up a little bit. Or maybe I can rotate it. And maybe I can get the left forearm to also be a little bit Something's kind of going on. I know I knew it was gonna be a little bit weird, but I don't know. Just like how weird this was all gonna get. Kind of move it back over. And then just kind of move it over. Ah! Dude. Oh. Okay, do. Just trying to release one reason and not have all the garbage all on top of Charter. Oh man, no game crash. Okay, sorry about that. Boop boop. So right about here, I want probably the ball to, which I guess is the hoof finger. I guess in this case, do. So maybe here it's maybe a bit too much, too relaxed. So I'm going to see what I can do about that. Kind of wind it back up, forearm, back a little bit. It's a bit weird. Maybe this needs to have and the ball rotate still a little bit like that. Do. Let's see. Do. So over here, still a little bit there, and then just a little bit more. Okay. Okay, cool. She's very concerned. This is great. Why does that look weird? Oh, it's her wing. The wing's being back wing here. It's being lit up weirdly here. It's being able to play with that. See if I can. Which of these is gonna let me rotate you? Where are we? We're in the wing, left wing. Oh, there you go. Oh, cool. You can flip down. So I'll just kind of I'll get back to normal, and then just kind of move it back down a little bit. So that's left wing, right wing. And just kind of move that down. There you go. Hang on. Hiya. Welcome back, Derpy Choo. How you doing? This is working out pretty well. I thought this was going to turn out horribly, and we got this so far, so it's not that bad. Maybe I'll play with the wings here so they can kind of react. So around here. Whoops. Let's see. It's around here. I'm just trying to move the stage. That's not working. Okay. So I want to get this into position. There we go. Do. M. Do. So maybe up a little bit. And then down. And then back up. So just add a little bit of, whoa, whoa there. Kind of something like that. Left wing. Beep, 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 beep. Up, beep, 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 beep. Down, beep, 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 beep. Up. Beep, 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 beep. Me too. I like Derpy. You know, before I was going to do, when I was doing my first animations, I was going to have Lyra be like my my main character. So I realized my my mistake very early on. That should have had Derpy. There you go. So now I kind of secondary animation kind of helps it a lot more. Kind of sell it more. What should we do next? Let's play with the neck. See what I can do with that. Is that too low? Let's maybe this one. That's probably good. In Blender, I like to kind of set the view to be like flat on like one axis. So like, you see how there's these walls. I would make the wall in view be like flat, you know, so that I can get a better sense of where I am with all this, you know. So I'm not trying to. Apparently, I might have a. She's like recoiling. No. Where's my. Ah. Trying to figure out where my keyframe that was coming from was happening there. Okay. Beep 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 beep. It's probably along this axis. Uh-huh. Ooh. Let's see. Dee 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 dee. It's gonna move this up, maybe. Let's move a little bit less. Let's add another one. Maybe kind of make it go up a little bit. Please let me select you. Can I move it up, please? That's so weird. Oh, now it's not doing it. Oh, rotation-Z. Oh, that's what's going on. So maybe it's like you gotta select it and then say one of these maybe. It is a triangle, so maybe that's not quite what I want. At least I can kind of beep beep. I feel like it's, yeah, it's too much. So let's kind of see if I can rotate some of these to be a little bit more better angled, please. I still don't understand which of these control points or which mode I have to be to select the key points. So he's just kind of rounding it out. Do. So I gotta select it and then. Whoa, that's not right. There's a keyframe there now. It's off the path. Select it. It's like you gotta select it and then do the move tool, and so that's not fun because you gotta click two different buttons to be able to do the same thing. Down. And then just kind of get back up. And then back down. Okay. we need to have other. How are we doing on time? Okay, we're just about on time then. So I'll just do this real quick then. So I'm convinced that the layering on this is just out of order. Not sure what you mean. Let's see, so if I can probably just grab all these, and then if I move these, does everything move? Cool. Okay, so that'll work. Do. Let's probably move this faster. So right about here, she needs to already be booped, basically. There you go. Boop, 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 recoil, recoil, recoil. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, cool. I was like, this, I didn't really play with the layering on this Source Filmmaker, so everything here should be fine. So I just retimed it a little bit. There you go. Okay, that feels more synced. That's what I want. Okay. It's pretty rough. Obviously, there's still probably like 100 more things I could probably do to this to make it feel a little better. Especially kind of going in and kind of figuring out the ball here. Probably seeing which of these, yeah. Having something like this, where it kind of goes, usually doesn't work a lot of the times. So I might want to grab this one and see if I can kind of put it in the middle, like to make it more of a consistent arc. Over here, I wanted it to be like that. Doop, doop, down, down, down. Let's have this be more down. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, right about here. Like her whole arm probably needs to go up a little bit. Hello. Oh, I got my arm now. Hello, cartoons. Welcome. I should probably stop. I think that's what everyone wants me to probably do here. Boop, boop. Get it back. Rotate it. So, boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. And just kind of move it back. There we go. I don't know why it goes to the next scene here. Anyway, there we go. So we got one shot, actually pretty good. I thought it was going to be the rough... I titled this stream as rough keyframing, but apparently it's now animating the first shot. So there we go. Let's see if I can hide this secondary viewport. Maybe there we go. That was weird. Okay. Primary viewport. And then okay, so we got this bit. We got the first shot done. So if we're happy with that first part, then we could then use that as a base to then kind of mirror it to be the other, to have the second Derpy do that. The same, basically the same thing. But the second Derpy would probably have a different expression at the start. So like second Derpy here might be like more happy or smug or something. I don't know. I want to play with that. To kind of say like, basically just kind of get rid of her eyeballs. Here. To then be kind of like a more of a happy, like a and then she gets booped the same way. Well, maybe we could have that. Is there a scale on the eyeball? Derpy left. Eyes. Is there a scale option? I think there's this. I think that could be. I'll have to look into it. I still don't think there's a. Yeah, it's just position and rotation. Which there might be more. Upper face wide. Whoa. Oh, I could have used that instead of my. Oh, there's the happy close eyes. You did that. Cheeks. Left light. Yeah, it's still not scale. Which I think one of these does do that. Let's look into it. Anyway, that's a bit done for today. We got that. So maybe we may only need like 2 more streams of this. Who knows? Wanted this to be pretty quick, so I'm actually kind of happy with that. So there we go. It's really fun. I see why people like doing it, and it's pretty easy to get into. But I guess also I kind of know a lot of, general animation stuff. I'm able to just more applying my 2D animation principles and knowledge to Dingo. Okay, so I want these arcs, and I want these specific expressions and little tiny micro movements and stuff like that to kind of become a character performance, So that's what my subconscious was like, okay, I need to like add more and more layers into this. So just as a straight animation, this is not that bad. I could definitely see like people use SFM as a baby mode of animation. But yeah, it's all gonna depend on your experience with this. Is gonna all depend on what kind of models and what kind of story you're gonna use. That kind of goes with anything, other kind of projects as well for animation. Like if you gotta animate, if your first animation you're gonna do is a flipbook style Cthulhu, epic 10-minute story, you're not gonna have as much fun. Maybe, unless you're into that, of just having to animate every tentacle and who knows what else, water and what else you want to add into it, thinking of this huge epic scene, kind of thing. Might pull your hair out more than if you did something small and, something cute or whatever. Something like this where we're doing, where it's like, okay, I have like essentially one character and then animating trying to over animate. I'm over animating like this one, pretty short amount of expressions and performance. So, yeah. But yeah, again, it'll depend on what kind of models you use. If you use probably the TF2 and the Steam provided models, you'll probably have a better time than some of the maybe less rigged and less built up models that have maybe. Because I think I put in some of the other characters in my tests, and it's like, oh, you mean I can't open the mouth on this one? Well, that's going to be bad for animation, So, it all depends on if you get like a sourced character, from somewhere else, and you try to bring it into SFM and it's not fully rigged, then you're gonna have a bad time, basically. Let's see. Hi, Lou. It's not Louis or Louis. Louis. Welcome. Nice profile picture. Yeah. So it's just gonna be dependent on, Would I recommend it? I would say maybe. Based on this short time that I spent with it. As you saw, like it was not these. It was average with just trying to do 3D in general. I would like more quad views. I think that's a thing, so I probably wouldn't be I wouldn't probably mark that down as a detriment for this, but I feel like that's pretty much basic or classic, kind of like how you animate in 3D, where you have like 4 different angles at 90 degrees that make it easier to go like this is the left view or top view. When animating on like 2, you saw with the Blender one a couple weeks ago when I tried doing that I'd like to simplify it into one axis, because then it's like much easier to figure out space, which is weird to think about. If you collapse all space into like one axis, why is that then better for animation, or trying to figure out where you are in space if you can only see one view, or one, like making it into 2D. But if you have two different views, you can basically do 3D positioning pretty accurately, you know. Because then you have X, Y in one view, and then Z in the other view. So it's like that kind of covers it up, that it can see how high things are, and then how left and right and backward and forward everything is. So you can figure things out with that. So when I was doing the arm today of the clone Derpy, I was like, I don't know where this is. Like, how do I line these up to make sure that the arm is touching her snoot of the first Derpy? And I was like, that's what I had trouble with, because like I couldn't position something into a specific point in space. Yet if I had like more straight on views of like where positioning I would need it to be. So maybe we'll look into that to see if that's something that I'm just missing. If that was a keyboard shortcut that I just missed, maybe I'll just look that up right now to see. Oh, keyboard shortcuts, viewport, tell camera, new camera, create auto aim work camera. Oh yeah, there's all these, like, you can record gameplay. If you press F11 at any time, you actually are inside of TF2. Let's see. Good morning. Hello. How are we doing? Time strip. Yeah. Play faster, play slower. Camera. I'm just trying to see it. There was also like screencast. I was also trying to play with that. I'm not sure actually what that means, so yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I think I've only got like 10 hours in SFM right now. Let's see, I can actually go back to it. Library. Where's my downloads? Where's my games? There they are. It's not showing it actually. Where'd it go? What is this source? There it is. Trying to go back to Steam, I'm just trying to find my game. Okay, so I got almost 16 hours in SFM now. So yeah, that's not enough time to learn everything. Let's see. Okay. Oh, thank you, Cookie. Sorry I'm late on that. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hope to see you next time. Thank you. What else we got? The variations came in JPEG files. Yeah, I don't know much about GIMP, GIMP. So, yeah, I never used that, so I'm not sure how much I can help with that. Yeah, is it vector based? One of those are. It's like Fire Alpaca or something like that is. I don't know. But yeah, one of them. Yeah. One of them, I was like, I watched a tutorial like in 2014 or something, and they used a vector program kind of like that, or not, where it's like, they were vectoring MLP characters, and it's like, that was my first time that I saw like, oh, you can have like the end of a line come to a point? What? Basically, you can have like a triangle point that has like because regular like flash drawing lines always become like a rectangle. So that was like my first time that it's like, oh, you can actually change. In Flash, it was either like end in a square or in a round, like a circle. And it's like if you have two lines that join up to each other, it'll either like come out really weird with like a rounded point when you connect two lines, or like some other weird mess if you have like rectangle lines. So yeah, I was like blown away when I saw that tutorial. It's like, whoa, How did you do that? Be able to change the width of a line weight as well. It's like, wow. Really opened my eyes. I'm like, wow. Because that's how the G4 style did it, is that they had these taper lines. Taper just means goes into a point, like a trapezoid. You know, like a trapezoid kind of. If you extended a trapezoid's one length through another, you'll get into a triangle kind of a shape. So that's basically what I had, is that I had a trapezoid that I wanted to become a triangle. So I just had to like collapse 2 points and then remove a point, and then it becomes a triangle. Because a trapezoid is 4 points. So anyway. So let's see. Anything else from you guys? Thank you guys for all the comments and hellos. Thank you for all that. Let's see. Boop. See if I missed anything. I don't think so. No, jump crashed. Okay. GIMP. Let me search for that real quick and see. Was it the one I was thinking of? Is it? First, Google auto search is GIMP safe, so that's a good sign. Is it vector based or raster? It is raster. Okay. GIMP is mainly a raster graphics program, but paths are vector entities? What? Okay, fortunately, paths are represented in SVG files, and that was exactly the same that they're represented in GIMP. Well then, okay. So it is more like Photoshop, where it's like, yeah, you have a set grid per se by how many pixels you can you make the canvas size. So something like that, but I think there are some vector you can kind of do in Photoshop. Or at least I don't draw anything in Photoshop because I know that it'll be raster. So raster means that I'll have that set resolution. But with SVG, scalable vector graphics, and vector, it's more mathematical of just using arcs and paths to designate a mathematically perfect line that's infinitely scalable, you know. Obviously, when you put it onto a video or an image, then it has a set resolution. But when you're working on it inside of Illustrator, Flash, whatever, you're able to take an object and then scale it to be whatever size. Can maintain its full fidelity, so it'll never lose or really gain quality. But if you try to have like a photo and then try to scale it up, you're eventually going to see pixels. But with a vector, you won't be able to see pixels. So that's the metric of that. That's why I don't like going in Photoshop, because it's like, well, what if I want it to be, if I draw a tree in a picture inside of Photoshop, and if I want to reuse it and like have it be larger on screen, it'll eventually lose quality. So it's like, that's not what I want. It's way sharper in vector. GNU image manipulation or GIMP for short. Well, it wasn't GNU. GNU image manipulation. Interesting. Still says it. Here's a Wikipedia page. Again, I never used GIMP, so I'm not sure. Is there a pronunciation? Sort of. GIMP. Okay. Oh, it's free. That's why people use it. Okay. Looks pretty good. Yeah, I just never had a reason to get it. No. Because I had Photoshop and Flash and everything, and I guess I just kind of moved to the big boys before I learned all these ones, so I don't know. Yeah. Let's see, when did it start? 95. Wow. I was gonna figure out what GNP, still don't know. Manipulation, retouching image, anything freeform drawing. Ooh, transcoded between different image file formats and more specialized tools. Okay, that's doesn't help. Oh well. Also, about graphics something. Ooh. Okay. Let's see. We can almost wrap this up over. It's not much more to talk about Valdis. Let's see. Yeah, if you have more issues with something that's maybe is a little bit not too out of technical league of Star, if there's anything you need me to help with, I can help you with that. Let's see. Otherwise, for everyone else, let's see. Okay. All I know is it can open up these fish is what I would need. Oh, okay. And it had like a whole bunch of layers. There's this yellow layering as part of the costume and the rest of the skin layer. Out of context, that's not good. That's not a good thing. Let's see. Layers out of order. If there's like Photoshop has adjustment layers, you know, where it's like using like the overlay, soft light, hard light, screen, all of those. If like one of those isn't rendering correctly, then something like that might be broken. I don't know. That if GIMP isn't recognizing it, but if it can open Photoshop, then I don't know. Yeah, again, that's where it kind of ends. Is like my knowledge of like, well, maybe, but I don't know. There's clipping mask. There's all the very specific Photoshop stuff. Work. If it's an alternative just to be able to open it, then sure. But wouldn't it need to have like all the same capabilities and like know how to render the same crazy stuff that a Photoshop image file might have? That's where it's like, oh no. If you're able to figure it out. Clicking on the eye to make the layers visible and invisible. Yeah, it's a good way to, it's always good to like figure out what is on each layer. But if something's like mixing between each one, like there might be like a 1%, color across the whole thing, and that might be set to difference. And then if you put a different layer underneath it, then that'll make the bottom layer look completely weird and different. So when you look at all of them, it's like, what's weird? It's like, well, it's probably this. That's like imperceptible to the human eye, but it's somehow there or something. Something really crazy with that can happen. Why would it though? I don't know, but it could happen. Let's see. Boop, 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 boop. Let's see. Yeah, I think for now, I'll just kind of wrap it up, and then if it ever persists for way longer, let me know. Let's see. So yeah, we'll continue with this. We'll continue with the Derpy SFM animation. I only need like a couple more streams. Maybe I'll clean it up between, just to make sure it's all nice and pretty. It's really nice that I don't have to do a secondary animation for the hair. Because that's usually like the thing that I always have to go back and say like, I'll in between streams animate the hair, don't you worry. It's just long and boring. There's not much creativeness in terms of just regular bopping up and down, kind of following physics, but with the jiggle bones built into SFM and the way that they're built into here makes them super easy. That I don't have to worry about them at all. That the system kind of already takes care of it already for me. So that's nice. That has a built-in physics engine for the hair. So that's nice. That has beyond my basic understanding. Okay then, that sounds good. And I'll continue working on my movie. I got some good progress today. Got some nice textures for my models. it's weird because it's like it's really fun to create everything in Blender, but then the animation is actually a little bit tricky in Blender. Maybe I'm just not used to it, or just like I want it to feel like Toon Boom, and it's like it's not. But I feel like these kind of controls that are in SFM are actually kind of nice. So we'll like some sort of like hybrid where it's like I can natively be able to, you know, create texture and rig and everything inside of Blender, but then have these kind of controls for animating. That would be nice. What's the other animation 3D? Oh, Maya. Maya might be better in animation. I don't know. It's also expensive, so there's that. In 3DS, that's 3DS Max, which I don't know if they've updated that in a while. Haven't heard much about them. Haven't heard much from Maya either. I don't know. But Blender, definitely I've been following that extensively and going like, okay, here's 2.935, you know, oh geez, let me get that one. Maybe we'll make the meta balls better or something. I don't know. But yeah, I've been following along with that. Then now Adobe is somehow giving money and sponsoring Blender now. So that's good and bad. Then now Blender, you know, has that connection and resources now to expand and do whatever they want to do. But also it's Adobe, so that's not, you know, with their kind of weird business practices they're doing, it's like, like what's their end goal with that, you know? Because Adobe has been doing some weird 3D experiments, XD or not that, but like some 3D modeling, stock photo stuff for like graphic designers to have 3D objects and make a poster out of it or something. And it's like, that's cool on paper, but it's not. You're just picking out 3D stickers and arranging them using Adobe stock, you know, stuff. So it's like, so, kind of scared, but I'm sure that it'll turn out fine. They're probably not gonna, Adobe's not gonna have any, you know, change on the actual program. Or that's what I was afraid of, is that Adobe would come in and say like, hey, we'll take care of things for now, you know, Blender people, you can you know, take a walk. And then Adobe remakes Blender to be just as bad and glitchy as Flash. That's the nightmare, is that, oh no, it'll turn out how Flash eventually just exploded on itself, imploded, you know, things just got worse and worse of just like their own stuff weren't working correctly. So it's like, we'll just abandon it, rename it, you know, to animate, and that's what it's for, right? It's for animation, right, artists? And it's like, no, this is not great. You're not building tools that are actually beneficial for artists. Stop making, you know, stuff for like Mac Air stuff, compatibility. Make two more tools. So I'm scared that something like that might happen, where it's like Blender just has more glitches and not performance bad and weird controls, or who knows. I don't know. It won't happen, but it's like that's like back in my mind going like, that's not gonna be fun. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I just ran for a little bit. I think that's about it. Okay, so yeah, I'll keep working on the movie. Maybe I'll find an alternative for Blender Air to do animation. Unfortunately, I don't think SFM is gonna work, because you saw from how I animated it, and like the lighting, there's like this pattern on top of the shadows, that the lighting engine is different from my Blender lighting engine. So if my Blender aesthetic looks 99% the same as Flash 2D animation, with the way that I lit everything with full bright and different settings and stuff. So I would have to like recreate that sort of look in a different software if I wanted to do something like that. So I would also have to learn yet another software. So yeah, I'll have to keep working on inside of Blender, just grit through it. That's like, this is not the best for animation. I can go into that a little bit, but it's some of the keyframes just don't always work, or you just get unexpected results. Is the end of it, yeah. So, oh well. But yeah, things about on time now. So that happened. Thank you guys again. Thank you guys for watching. Yeah, we'll be back on later this week in 46 hours or so. Thank you guys. Thank you for all the welcome wishes and hellos and everything. So now I got to say goodbye to y'all. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. And see you soon. Thank you. Bye, guys.